So next we're going to talk about the display, and it's a great display. I think it's the same one from last year. There doesn't seem to be any improvement, so I can probably copy and paste the display section from last year into this one, but I'm not going to do that. It's a great display. It is OLED, it is QHD+, it is 240Hz, and yes, it does support G-Sync, and flicker is at a bare minimum. I am not being fatigued by the flicker on this display at all, which I can't say the same about every other display that I use. So really happy about that. Brightness I wish was a bit brighter. It's only around like 450 nits. That's adequate. And because this does have an anti-glare coating on it, it does make it better for use in outdoor areas. Still, I would have preferred some more brightness, but I have noticed compared to the Razer Blade 16 2025 model, which uses a completely glossy display, I noticed that gradients look better, the image looks a little bit sharper, and I think that's because they're using a glossy display. Last year, I called this a matte coating, and I don't want to go that far this year. I mean, it's the same panel like I said, but I think I confused a lot of folks by saying it is a matte panel. It's not. It's still semi-glossy, but it does do a good job of wicking away reflections compared to all their OLED laptops. HDR is great, and yes, it is HDR certified, so you don't have to mess around with settings. Just leave it as it is. Turn on HDR. For the most part, a lot of modern games will automatically calibrate the settings for this display, so that makes it great. And if you're used to very oversaturated and overly bright HDR presentation in games and even in movies, you may not like this at first, and you might think that this looks dull and boring, and I would urge you to get used to it the way this is, because this is calibrated to the game maker's intent and movie maker's intent, etc. So instead of all the companies trying to blast extra colors onto the screen to make things look more punchy, this does go for a more reference level color profile, and as a result, it's great for me editing videos on it. When I did that HP Omen Max video, I completely made that video on this laptop, and it was fantastic. It was a great experience. Again, when I get into the performance section, I'll talk about some of my issues with the nature of this being such a thin laptop. But anyway, I don't know, I keep wasting too much time. Let's just get right into that part.